What's up with it? Jamie, what's up with it, man? All you trolls, you better be aware. Because Jamie, if you get too crazy, he will delete you. He will boot you out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, bro, what a lot of men don't understand is that our value as men is through our wallet. Yeah, I said it. Our value comes from our wallet. You know, it comes from looks too, but the main source of a man's value is through his wallet. Now, if men do not go out there and perform well, if men do not go out there and get the bag, you know, men will end up old, broke, and alone, bro. For real. That's what happens to dudes who don't go out there and compete and get the bag. You see what I'm saying? And I know that's going to happen to me if I don't get the bag. If I do not get the bag as Kelcat 34, I'm going to end up being old, broke, and alone, bro. And you don't want to be that, bro. You see what I'm saying? Because a man, he's looked at as the provider, even though, yeah, we got feminism, we got women out here making their own money and stuff like that, but we're still held up to that standard of being the provider, man. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't get the bag, you don't become successful, you will end up broke and alone. And that's what I'm fighting for every single day of my life. Yeah. Every single day of my life, I'm fighting for it. Every single day of my life, I'm focused on the bag. We see what I'm saying? Because the thing is, as long as you have money, bruh, females will be around. Babies will always be around because females are more likely to get pregnant by a guy who has the bag versus the guy who doesn't have the bag. When I was with my ex-girlfriend, she did not want to have a baby with me, bro, because I didn't have the bag. I didn't have my shit together. So she would plug herself up because I didn't have the bag. I wasn't together financially. They're more likely to have babies with men who got their shit together, men who are successful. Just think of all the guys out there that are successful, okay? Like, for example, Puggy, okay? Puggy from Fresh and Fit, okay? This female was trying to get pregnant on purpose, bro. And I believe that she wasn't pregnant, but she was trying to get pregnant on purpose by Puggy, okay? And this guy looks like a straight up pug, okay? This guy looks like a complete pug. So she was trying to get pregnant by him. And there was another female that tried to get pregnant by Drake. You guys remember that story, okay? Where Drake put hot sauce on the condom and she didn't even know it. She tried to go get that condom out of the trash can, put it in her coochie, and screamed out loud, bloody murder. That hot sauce burnt her up. You see what I'm saying? That hot sauce burnt her up because she was trying to get pregnant by a guy who had what? The guy who had money. So when you have money, women will always be around, and you will never, ever, ever struggle in the dating market, or you'll never like have a drought, or you'll never be struggling, just period, with women. That's why the focus is on the money. It's on nothing else, bro. Because that's one thing a lot of guys struggle with nowadays, man. Especially guys who are average. They struggle with women. They struggle getting women. If they're making 40 or 50,000 a year, they're gonna struggle. Just like Alpha Male Strategy said, if you are making $40,000 or $50,000 a year at some warehouse or even at McDonald's, you're gonna struggle with women. Basically, if you got a bullshit job, you're gonna struggle with females. That's just the way it is, guys. You see what I'm saying? Until you get that bag, right? Until you get that money up under your fucking goddamn belt in your bank account, you're gonna always struggle. Now, you got two options. Okay? You could spend your life chasing this bag and finally get the bag, because eventually you're gonna get the bag. If you're chasing it, eventually you'll get your hands on it. Or you can spend your whole entire life struggling, or you can spend your whole entire life alone. You got two options. And you asking me, like, Hellcat, man, how do I get the bag? How do I become rich? Well, you pick a field and you keep pursuing it. You see what I'm saying? You want to become an actor, or even a doctor or a surgeon or whatever, the guys who make the top dollar or whatever, you got to keep pursuing it. You want to become an actor, move to Hollywood, live poor for a little bit, keep pursuing that acting career. You see what I'm saying? Until you cross the finish line, until you get there. If you're in a doctor's, school or whatever, you're studying to be a doctor, you keep studying until you cross the finish line, until you get that doctor degree. Okay? You don't stop. That's one thing a lot of cats got wrong. It's like they give up on their hopes and dreams so easily. But you don't understand that when you give up, you pay high price for that. Okay? Your life with women is going to be shit if you give up. And we ain't talking about just 5 more years of being shit. You see what I'm saying? Forever, for eternity, until your last breath on earth, you will always struggle. So it's just why keep pursuing the money and the fame and the glitz and the glamour while you're alive. You see what I'm saying? Because like I said, man, you will eventually cross the finish line. Every single day, it's a struggle to get that bag. But once you get the bag, bro, it's worth it. We talking about your dating life would take off so quick. You wouldn't even, bruh, we talking about having a female that's a 8 in looks up under your wing right away. And you'll never be alone. As long as you got that money, bruh, you will never be alone. You will have a big family. And that's another thing, man. Once you get the bag, please have a big family. I don't care if it's, 7 or 8, 9, 10 kids, man. You know what I'm saying? Have a huge family. That's what you want to do. Because the more you got in your family, the stronger you are. Okay? By yourself, you are weak. By yourself, you are weak. If you're the only child, you are weak. You know. So you get the bag, right? You have family, spit out children, take care of them all the way until they're 18 years old. Me, Hellcat, bro, I'm having kids at a late age, bro. I'm hella late. I'm so goddamn late. By the time my kids is grown, I'm going to be in my 60s. Damn, I should have had kids years ago. Better late than never. Because right now, I'm seeing a lot of, lonely guys out here, bro. I'm seeing a lot of lonely guys out here. They just wish they had a family. They wish they had, something that they can call their own. They wish that they had a wife or a girlfriend or something where they can get sex on the regular. Well, when you marry, we all know how that turns out. The sex dies down in a marriage, After like year number 3, 4, the sex dies down completely. So I advise you not to get married, but you can still have children without marriage. And you'll thank me when you get to be 60, 70 years old. Like, damn, I'm glad I listened to that Hellcat. I got kids coming over for, hanging out with me and shit like that. Every birthday that comes around, my kids are around with me, singing happy birthday. Every Christmas, my kids come around, give me presents and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You gonna thank me, man. That Hellcat, he really encouraged me to get that bag, bro. He really encouraged me because now I got a huge family. Something that I've always wanted was a huge family. That's why you gotta get the young females. They could pop out more kids. Women in their 30s, man, they only have so much. But you get a 25-year-old woman, she could pop out 4 kids for you, man. 5 kids. You see what I'm saying? 4 or 5 kids for you. You feel me? So you won't be alone. Nobody wants to be alone, bro. Trust me, they don't. Nobody likes to be alone. But some dudes who ain't got their bread together, they're alone, man. They are alone. And we're not built to be alone. And be a good father too, man. You know what I'm saying? Be a good father out here in these streets. The Hellcat, I'm going to have kids before this year is over. I promise you, bro. I'm going to have kids before this year is over. If not, I'll have kids next year. You see what I'm saying? My thing is, bro, whatever you're pursuing, like I said, man, so you won't end up old and alone. And when you look at your life right now, you ask yourself, am I alone right now? Am I alone? Do I have a good sex life? You know what I'm saying? If the answer is no, then you got to do something about that, bro, because it's going to be a lifelong thing. I told you, man, give yourself to your craft for about 4 or 5 years, because it's better than, all 80 years of your life, right? If you're suffering right now, you pursue your passion, you only going to be suffering for the next 4 or 5 years, and then eventually you'll come out of that shit and get the bag, have as many kids as you possibly can with some fine-ass female. You know what I'm saying? So that way you won't be old and alone. That's the reason why I made this video, because I don't want kids. I don't want, like, guys to end up old and alone without children. Because nowadays, people are having less children nowadays, man, because it's so goddamn expensive. The cost of living has went up dramatically. You feel me? And people are not having children like they used to. Well, average people who are struggling. Average people who are struggling are not having kids like they used to. They're not. You see what I'm saying? So to keep that from happening, man, you have to make sure you get the bag, and have children, bro. That's all it is. Like I said, man, have as many kids as you possibly can. I mean, until the kid, until the wife or the girlfriend or whatever, because some of you guys still gonna get married, and I advise you not to get married. But if you're gonna have a wife or a girlfriend or whatever, bro, like have as many kids as you possibly can. You know what I'm saying? As many as you can afford, at least. You see what I'm saying? Don't just have one kid, man. Don't do that to your child. You see what I'm saying? Just don't have one kid and the kid don't have nobody to play with and shit like that. Being the only child, nobody to protect him from bullies or her or whatever. Because when I was younger, bro, I wasn't the only child, but I was the only male in the house, and I didn't have brothers to protect me from other motherfuckers who wanted to fight me, man. When I was younger, I got picked on because I was skinny, man. Until I started lifting weights, and that's when motherfuckers left me alone. In high school, I had no more fights. Once I got big and buff, I had no more fights. You know what I'm saying? But when I was skinny, people used to pick on Hellcat, bro. They used to pick on me. And I didn't have any brothers. I wish I had a brother. I wish I would have grew up with a brother, bro. But by the time my mom started getting pregnant with us, she was already in her 30s. You see what I'm saying? She was already in her 30s. She had some kids from a previous marriage before us, but, we never got together and we never got to know each other because we were beefing, you know what I'm saying? They didn't like my dad. We didn't like their dad. We just didn't beef. We didn't get together with each other, you know what I'm saying, and hang out and get to know each other. But I wish I had like a big family. Like I said, man, the bigger your family is, the stronger you will be. You got a small family, the weaker you will be. You see what I'm saying? That's why a lot of you guys, you got to pick these young females to have children with, so they can give you more children. If you're going to get with a female, make sure she in her 20s or early 30s or something like that, so she can have a lot more children. That's why, older dudes with bags, they get with, these young females, men who got money, men who got it together, men who are successful. They go after these young females so they can have more children with them. You see what I'm saying? But to the guy, before I end this video, damn, my shit's itchy. To the guys who are not on the grind, guys who are not trying to get the bag, the guys who are not even trying to chase the bag, prepare for a life of suffering, of being alone by yourself until the day that you die. If you do not obtain the bag, then that's what's gonna happen. You're just gonna get old by yourself. You know what I'm saying? By yourself and more by yourself. You see what I'm saying? Now you might have girlfriends and stuff, but females nowadays, if you ain't a Chad or a Tyrone, you ain't gonna have a privilege of knocking a female up without your shit together. Meaning that you're not gonna be able to knock a female up until you get the bag. You don't see Chad and Tyrone, they don't have to have they shit together to attract females. You see what I'm saying? They don't have to have that shit together to attract females. They got their looks. Look at Keke Palmer. She was with a Chad Rome. He was a personal trainer, bro. That's not having no shit together. Personal trainers don't make that much money. They're making about, at the most, personal trainers, at the most, when they're doing celebrities and shit like that, they're making about $200,000 a year. Nowadays, that's not nothing, bro. 200 grand a year or even 300 grand a year is nothing. Okay, it's nothing. It's average, especially over here in California. 200 or 300 a year, that's average. It's nothing. You're living okay. You see what I'm saying? You're not balling out of control. No, 200,000 a year is not a bag. 300,000 a year is not a bag. You see what I'm saying? $1 million a year, $2 million a year. That's a bag. That's the basic bag. And we go to the bigger bag, which is $10 million a year. Now that's a bag. You see what I'm saying? When you start getting up into the millions with the bag per year, that's when you're living large. That's when you could buy a Lamborghini, big house, and all that other stuff. You see what I'm saying? So get your shit together, man. Like, guys who don't do this, I'm warning you, bro. If you don't, you're going to spend your whole entire life by yourself. Or with women that you don't really consider attractive, or with women that you don't consider on your level with the looks and stuff. They below your level with the looks, because nowadays it's so competitive dating wise. Okay, dating is so competitive nowadays that only the top dudes are really eating out here, bro. You see what I'm saying? Only the top men are eating. You see what I'm saying? And that's where you want to be, bro. You want to be with the top men, bro. You don't want to be at the bottom. And I'm not knocking dudes who are making 300 grand a year. That's pretty good. You see what I'm saying? But it's not the best that you can do. You know what I'm saying? Hell, you can, at least if you're making 300 grand a year, you could raise a family on that shit, bro. 300 grand in California, yeah, you can, but you're gonna have 1 or 2 children, because that's not a whole lot of money per year, bro. 300 grand, it's not enough money. 1 or 2 children, nah. Get the bag where you're making millions per year, bro. Millions, and it takes a certain amount of discipline. You see what I'm saying? It takes a certain amount of discipline to get this type of money, bro. You know what I'm saying? And belief, too. Believe that you can do it. You know, because you don't want to be old and alone. I don't, bro. Once I get the bag, bro, I'm pumping out babies right away. I'm going to say it again. Once Kelcat get the bag, I'm pumping out babies. I'm busting nuts and coochie left and right. For real, though. No condoms. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to find a female. Of course, we got to get tested and shit like that. You know, for the big killer, you know, disease or whatever. Get that out the way. And I'm busting nuts in her coochie on purpose. Once I get the bag. Busting the, and I'm gonna have babies on purpose. It ain't gonna be on accident. It's gonna be on purpose. I'm trying to, my thing is, when I'm busting nuts and coochie, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm trying to get this female pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Because when you got the bag, these females, I'm telling you, they'll let you hit it raw. Look at Puggy, and that female, you feel me? That female, she let him hit it raw, because what? He got the money, man. He got the bread. He got that bread, you feel me? And life becomes a lot easier when you have the bag too, man. I know some of you guys can't imagine you and yourself having the bag, but imagine it. Imagine the coochies that will open up once you get that money. Pussies open up when you have the bag. If you don't believe me, ask Puggy, man. You see what I'm saying? Ask Puggy from Fresh and Fit. I'm gonna end this video, man. It's time for me to go to sleep early, man. I gotta wake up and work out. I've been trying to work out every single day so I could lose this weight quicker. So far, I lost about 3 or 4 pounds, and we need to keep working out. You know what I'm saying? And so I can attract the female. I want to be, bro? I want to get the bag, and I want to be in shape myself. I want to get the bag and be, attractive. I don't want to get the bag and be fat. You see what I'm saying? Nah, I want to have the bag and I want to be in shape so I can attract. Anyway, you guys have a good night, man. I'm done with this live stream. Time for me to go to sleep in about an hour. Peace out, take care, and bless. I'm out.